Hi, are you looking for fever screening or temperature detection for your company? If that's so, then I think this video is going to be for you. My name is Najib from Isra Solutions Sdn Bhd, and today I will be sharing with you this fantastic technology and how our company can help you out. So without further ado, let's go to the presentation. Okay, basically this is our first defense against COVID-19 pandemic, because as you know, an increased body temperature, or generally known as a fever, is important symptom for COVID-19 infection. Screening thermograph or fever screening, temperature detection, or whatever you call it, is something that actually highly recommended by IEC, and this document is actually let us know that there are basic safety and essential performance required for the device. The exact document is IEC 80601-2-59. Unfortunately, this document is not free, so you have to purchase it from their website, IEC ISO.org. And the other document which is important is ISO TR 13154 2017, and this document basically provide the deployment, operational guideline and implementation of the device. So basically we can consult you from economical solution to the high end, so that you will not make the same mistake as some companies made a mistake in 2003 during SARS outbreak. So as you can see, to support this objective pandemic prevention, a screening thermograph should be deployed almost everywhere that there are a lot of people. For example, entrance to hospital, critical infrastructure, entrance to workplaces, to school, government buildings, police stations, public transportations. So I guess you are watching this video because you are looking for a solution for your company, which is a really good idea. So why this infrared thermal screening is important or is good for you? Because number one, it is non-contact. Due to the infectious nature of COVID-19, you should not be directly in contact with anybody during testing. Otherwise, a proper self-protection or disinfection of testing devices need to be done every time. Number two is the accuracy and reliability. For fever detection, you need high accuracy, plus minus 0.5 Celsius or better. Otherwise, it will not be helpful to detect somebody with a fever. So comparing with the equipment for industrial usage, usually plus minus 2, that does not help. In fact, you are wasting your money to buy equipment like that. Number 3 is infrared thermal screening, able to do simultaneous screening, whereby it can detect multiple people at the same time. In our technology, it can detect 20 faces at the same time. Okay, and finally, it is really fast. Especially in our technology, it can almost get a measurement in real time. So let's look at the infrared thermal theory. Okay, the temperature that is being measured by the camera is actually not the same as the actual temperature, in this case our body, because what being measured is actually the surface temperature, and that surface temperature is a combination of emission, transmission and reflection, and total of that is actually not 100% measured, because there are attenuation or decrease of the actual temperature. So there is a parameter that we call it emissivity. Emissivity affect a lot of reading, because the reading will depend on material, the roughness, the wavelength, of course the temperature of the object itself. So for example, if you are trying to measure a hot cup one cup is the plastic and another cup is the stainless steel. Although the actual temperature of the water is the same, but the temperature measured by the camera is not going to be the same. Okay, in ISRA solution we have 4 different type of solution depending on your operation mode, flow of people, the accuracy level, and of course the budget that you allocated for this device. Okay, number 1 is the simple IR thermometer gun. This is basically a device that you pointed on your forehead and you click and you get your measurement right away. So you do it one by one. Number 2 is the Android based face recognition and thermal camera. So this is actually come with attendance system. So it's used for a company within organization or factory that actually can get the attendance for the staff and as well as the temperature reading. Number 3 is the economical infrared thermometer. So this is very economical that you can detect people their temperatures, and unfortunately you cannot detect multiple people, only single measurement at a time, and you can actually project the screen onto a big screen, for example your laptop or 32-inch TV, to get a better view. So if it detects somebody with a fever over 37.3 or 37.5, depending on the temperature that you set, it will trigger alarm. For example, it make a beep and it will alert somebody who's in charge. Number 4 is the high-end dual vision infrared thermal camera. So basically this is a full-fledged system that actually very useful for screening many people in the public areas. Okay, this is like I said, the IR thermometer gun. It's a very quick measurement. You can get it quite cheap and widely used by a lot of places in school, in the shopping mall, and many other companies are using this. You can get it from many suppliers. It's pretty accurate and easy to use. Okay. Like I said, number 2, our first face detection system is a really interesting product because it can detect your face, who you are, what's your name, which department, and it can be used for your attendance system. In addition, you can use it for visitor management system. A visitor, somebody come to your office, you can let them register, put their face on the system, and they can walk through and look at the camera, and you can detect their face. So next time when they come again, they don't have to register, they just walk through and the system will detect their names, their face, and their temperature. So as you can see, the key features for this product, it can actually detect 10 faces simultaneously, and it has a very strong recognition performance. And what is most interesting about our products, this particular solution, ARV model ARV FS02, you don't actually have to stand in front of the camera for 1 or 2 seconds. You can just walk by and it will detect your face immediately. It will detect your face and it will check your attendance and your temperature immediately. Unlike other products, or we have other model, you have to stand in front of the screen for maybe 1 to 3 seconds. It will detect your temperature, your name, and then it's more troublesome. This particular model is really good and highly recommended for company who's opening their workplace, opening your factory for operation after the MCO or PKP. So obviously this is non-contact and non-invasive, and it will detect whether mask the user is actually wearing mask or not. And you can set this function on or off. So if you turn it on, it will detect whether if you're not wearing mask. It will send a reminder to wear mask. and you can actually put up to 20,000 faces on the database. And this is actually not a big size, it's only 7 inches, and it's aluminum alloy shell, so it's actually industrial. It's not like a iPad or tablet that you use for your device. All right, this is industrial use. This is the dimension of the equipment. Like I said, it's only 7-inch size. You can put it upright, you can mount it on your turnstile, or you can hang it on the wall, or you can put it on your desktop. So this is some of the pictures where you can put it on the tabletop. This one is floor stand type, and this one is on the turnstile. So there are various deployment example that you can do this, and our technology, you can stand from 1 meter to 1.5 meter for the reading. And like I said, you don't have to stop in front of the screen, you can just walk by, it will detect automatically, instantaneously. Number 3 is the economical version. It looks like a handheld, you can use it in a handheld, but you can also put it on the tripod. Yeah, you can put it on a tripod, and there's a USB cable, long USB cable provided. It comes with it, that you can connect from the device to a PC or your laptop, which then you can connect it to a larger screen. However, you can just actually duplicate whatever you can see on the screen to a bigger screen. All right. And this is an example of the device, the economical thermometer screen. Basically, you let the people to queue up, and you scan the face one by one. Okay, finally is our complete fever screening system. We have 2 dual vision thermal camera. One is 256 x 192. And the second one is 384 x 256. This is I'm referring to the IR resolution, and the accuracy you can get up to 0.3 degrees Celsius, plus minus 0.3 degrees Celsius, if you use the black body. This is actually industry standard. Without the black body, you cannot get this much accuracy. Basically, black body is although it's optional, but it's highly recommended, and it acts as an infrared reference point to get that high accuracy level. And with this fever screening system, you can actually measure from 2 meters to 6 meters. So it's very suitable for big areas, and a lot of people walking around, for example in the public areas, in the hospital, in the shopping mall. You know, you cannot afford to do screening one by one. You know, this is suitable for you. And then from this camera, you can actually connect a USB cable to a computer. In this case, we provide a small mini PC with HDMI, CPU i5, 8 gig RAM, and 128 SSD. From the HDMI, you can connect it to the display, maybe 32-inch or 55-inch, so that people who are walking by can actually see, or you want to show them that actually fever screening system in progress. So we do have the portable TV stand if you like to purchase, and then we have the optional fever app application that actually we have a database of the activities. If somebody get a fever, it will send the notification to the fever app server. This is an example of the screen that can actually be shown on the larger screen. You have people walking around, and their temperature is being captured in real time. And this is the thermal image, thermal video, and this is the actual video. All right, and the faces are are being captured. All right, the individual faces are being captured, and if there is somebody with a fever, their picture and their thermal camera will be captured as well. This is another software that we have for the ARV FS256. Basically the interface is about the same. You have the actual video here, the thermal video, and the faces of people with the detected fever. Alright, this is the installation guideline. Basically when you have a camera in here, you can put about 7 meters away. You can put the body, black body, and then you let the crowd to follow this path and walking towards the camera. Okay, this is the proper way of setting up a full-fledged fever screening system with a black body. Our fever app is actually a web-based application. It's developed to help to interconnect multiple deployment of the fever screening system, so that the office, the headquarters, can have access and have a dashboard and have a overview of all the activities that happen on the site. Okay, and a device monitoring and management system is a system that allows the central management for easy deployment and troubleshootings, so that the technical people on the site does not have to be an expert of the system. The technician from the HQ can remotely manage and configure the device real time. So this is an overview of our solution. We have the package A, 4A, where we have the ARV FS384 with the resolution of 384 times 288 with the accuracy of plus minus 0.3 with the black body, and it can, like I said, it can detect multiple people at the same time. Likewise, the package 4B can also detect multiple people at the same time with the resolution of slightly lower, 256 times 192, and the accuracy without the black body is plus minus 0.5. And package number 3 is the economical version. You can get accuracy of 0.5, but the distance is not that far. For this model, the accuracy is up to 2 meters, whereby package A, package 4A and 4B, you can measure for multiple people from 2 meters to 6 meters. So as you can see, there's a difference in terms of distance where you can measure, and the number of people. So depending on your office, on your location, which type that you want. And finally, package 2, this is a very interesting. It's more suitable for offices, workplaces or factories that require the attendance system and integrated with the thermal camera. Okay, it's only 7-inch screen. It comes with a desktop stand, wall mount. It also comes with the optional stand. You can put it on the floor. That you don't need to mount it on the wall, and you can move it around. So there it is, 4 different type of packages that we offer. Basically it covers a complete range from the economical to the high end, depending on your requirement and your budget. Okay, so you need to have a fever screening protocol in your location. For example, if you detect if your system detect somebody with a fever, you need to know what you need to do. Usually you take a secondary measurement, and you will ask them set of questions. For example, if their family has somebody with a fever, with a COVID-19 infection, or they have been visiting country or other things like that. So you do need to be prepared when you purchase a fever screening system. Okay, there are obviously there are many products, good products in the market. For example, from HRK Vision, Fleur, Dahua, right? But we want to see what kind of specification that you should be looking into. Number one is the dual vision technology. Dual vision, again, it's actually two type of camera. One is the eye camera that actually measure the temperature. Number two is the real camera, because in our model FS384 and FS256, you want to actually display both camera at the same time and capture the actual face. If you only have the thermal camera, you don't really know who they are, right? So you need a dual camera. And then you want to see whether the camera has a feature to detect multiple people. Okay, for example, our JT-on JT66K, the economical version, it cannot detect multiple people. It just detect one person one by one. So you need to have your visitor or your people to queue in one line, and the system will detect one by one. So this is maybe not practical in the shopping mall or in the transportation places. So you may want to use the other model. And then next is the AI face detection. Basically, it will detect face just to make sure that the temperature that been taken is not something else. For example, if somebody holding a hot cup, it will not trigger the alarm because it will detect the face. Only the face with an elevated body temperature will trigger the alarm. Finally, the black body, whether the device that you purchase has support for black body. Like I said, why do we need black body? Because we want to have high accuracy level. Plus, black body is something that actually being advised by the IC standard that I mentioned to be used, so that you get a high accuracy up to plus minus 0.3 degrees Celsius. There are a specification on the IR resolutions. We have two models, like I said, 384 times 288 and 256. But as per IEC, you don't need very high resolution. Okay, what is important is the accuracy level. The IR resolution recommended is about 300 times 240. That is good enough for the measurement, but the accuracy must be at least 0.5 or better. And industrial equipment with accuracy of plus minus 2 is not suitable at all. For example, you can imagine somebody without a fever. For example, his temperature is only 37. So if the device is plus minus 2 degree accuracy, that means maybe the device will measure 39, which is actually in the range of fever, right? So it will trigger the alarm, which is actually that is a false alarm. So we don't want that. Okay, where on the opposite side, if somebody who actually has a fever, his temperature is actually 39, but if the device is not accurate, for example, plus minus 2, he's actually 39, but the measured temperature is 37, then he can go through. So this is something that we don't want, and we want to avoid to use the industrial device that has this high accuracy. Okay, it may have high resolution, but the accuracy is more important in this case. And finally is the measurement distance. Depending on your requirement, depending on your space, different device may have a different range of measurement distance. For example, our model can measure from 2 to 6 meters, and another model JT66K only measure 1 to 2 meters. So again, you need to see how far you want to measure the distance from the camera to the person. Alright, so basically that's all for me, and I hope that this presentation is useful for you. And again, if you're looking for fever detection system, you need to be sure that you are getting the right one, and then you have to make decision really fast. Okay, in Malaysia, and I think in other country as well, the government is trying to put up a policy to have this screening system in place so that people can work without you know, afraid somebody might have a fever in their company and transmit the virus. So I hope this presentation is helpful for you and make you help you to decide which one, which product that you most suitable for you. So again, thank you very much for listening to this presentation till the end. And if you like this video, please give a thumbs up, and if you have something you like me to know, please give a comment, and we can share knowledge together. So thank you very much for your time, and be safe and have a good day. Thank you.